How to set meaningful goals. Before you can commit to achieving a goal, you have to define what exactly your goal is. This is much harder than it may sound. It can take a lot of thought and consideration to find out specifically what you want. Setting a meaningful goal entails creativity and patience. By taking the right steps, your process of deciding on a goal can get much easier. Defining what you want. Start with broad ideas. Answering the question, "What do you want?" is much harder than we may realize. Many times, people will only have a vague idea of their goal. This isn't a problem. Starting broad will actually help you map out a clear path towards more specific, attainable goals. For example, you may broadly tell yourself, "I want to be happy." This is a very large and vague goal, but it can be specified in time. Right now, what's important is that you've identified a big idea that will help guide you through the process of finding your goal. Try free writing to come up with ideas. If you're having trouble coming up with a broad idea for your goal, try a free writing exercise. Free writing involves simply writing down whatever comes to you with a specific question in mind. You may find that your brain gets more creative when you're not forcing it to come up with ideas. Keep the following questions in mind when free writing to develop a good goal. What is your ideal future? What qualities do you admire in other people? What would you like to learn more about? What habits or tendencies do you have that you'd like to change? Define specific aspects of your broad idea. When you've established a broad idea, you need to break it down to develop a more concrete goal. For example, your broad idea may be that you want to get a good job. Now define what a good job means to you. Is it high pay? Good hours? An enjoyable work environment? All of the above? The way you answer this question will influence the way you go about achieving your goal. When you've specified different aspects of your broad idea, you are well on your way to formulating a meaningful goal. Write out a concrete goal. After narrowing down your broad idea and defining what you mean by it, you can decide what exactly your goal is. Taking your broad idea and the narrowed down elements, you should explicitly write what exactly your goal is. With a clear definition, you'll be able to lay out exactly what is required to achieve your goal. You will also be able to assess your success more easily with a clear definition. Say, for example, your broad idea was that you want to help people. In defining that further, you decided that helping people, to you, means providing for the needy and underprivileged. With that information, you decide that your goal is to volunteer at a local soup kitchen this year. Your broad idea may also have been to become a better baseball player this year. In narrowing that idea down, you've decided that a higher batting average would make you a better baseball player. You then specifically state that your goal is to raise your batting average to .350 this season. Prioritize your goals. It is possible that when narrowing down your broad idea, you come up with more than one specific goal. This is fine, but concentrating on more than one goal at once can be overwhelming. To avoid frustration, rank your goals in order of importance. This way, you'll be able to focus on one goal at a time and complete it before moving on to another. Let's stick with the baseball player example. In addition to improving your athletic performance, you've also set a goal to improve your grades this semester. Now you have two goals, and may not be able to give equal focus to both. When considering these goals, you realize that if you don't improve your grades, you'll have trouble getting into college and also you won't be allowed to play baseball anymore. In this situation, improving your grades takes priority over improving your batting average. Focus more time on school and only work on your batting average if there's time. Alternatively, you could prioritize goals by increasing difficulty. That way, you can tackle small goals first to boost your confidence level for larger ones. If your goals are to run a marathon, eat better, and read more often, ask yourself which of those is the easiest. Probably you'll decide that either eating better or reading more is more attainable. Put this goal first, then save marathon training for when you've taken care of smaller goals. Ask yourself why you find this goal meaningful. When you've come to a concrete goal, you should question your motivations for it. Figure out why exactly you find this goal meaningful. If, for example, you decide to go to medical school because you have a passion for the field, then you will probably end up happy because you've picked a career in a field you enjoy. If, however, you're going to please your parents, then you may be setting yourself up for negative feelings later in life. You should assess your goals and make sure they are what you really want. If you decide that a goal is important because it pleases someone else, you may want to reconsider.